All right, welcome at a new week of a mobility session. We're gonna do full body today, starting straight away with some rotations. So bring the hands behind the back of the head and just make long stretching rotations. Again, we want to be present throughout the whole session. Want to become aware how we feel. How does the body feel today? How are your emotions? What do you perceive in this moment? And what is going on in your thought patterns? Alright, as you can see, we continue this motion from the squat. Try to increase the range of motion as you like. Just opening up the body. Again, on one knee, extending the other leg. We're gonna go as far back as we can. We feel a stretch in the hip, in the spine, tension in the abs. And turning the other way. You can make the round as big as you like. Great. Now turning to the other side of the leg. And to the other side in the opposite direction. Again, the goal today is to just feel good, to increase the range of motion a little bit in the body, increasing the blood flow and preparing our bodies for a next week of training. Just coming back to the present moment for a bit, and then we place our hands in front of us to the side, and we want to feel a stretch in our lats. Lats is the big muscle below the shoulders on the back side of the body. So you basically want to pull yourself into the floor, your shoulder, pull it towards the floor. Increase tension if you like. Okay, to the opposite side. And again, if you feel your thoughts are drifting away, try to bring back your attention to the sensations in your body, to the breath, to the here and now. And sink a little deeper into the stretch. Okay, coming up. Now we're going to place our hands to the opposite side, and we're going to lean with our body weight onto the shoulder. And now you also want to twist and turn a little bit, trying to find a position where you feel the deepest stretch on the outside of the shoulder capsule, and then kind of push into that stretchy feeling. Drive your chest into the floor. Okay, and you can go to the opposite side. Try to sink a little deeper into the stretch. Okay. Alright, now what we're trying to do is to place the butt in between the legs and sit on the floor. You can use your hands because it's slightly going to be painful in the knees. So you can push yourself off the floor if you like. Otherwise you sit down on your whole body weight. But this is a pretty advanced stretch, so I would recommend to use your hands, as you probably might have feel by now. Okay, coming out. Now we continue into a frog stretch. In a cat stretch. We keep the knees in the same position. Now place the fingertips on the floor and press the chest towards the ground, where you want to feel a stretch in the upper back and the shoulders. Actively push the chest towards the floor. Okay, coming up. Now we place our knees slightly wider with the ankles in line with the knee. Try to open it as wide as you can. Now place the chest on the floor and sink deep into the stretch. You can increase the stretching sensation by pressing the hips backwards. Guys, a small applause to yourself that you're here, that you're putting in the work to create a better feeling body. I cannot stretch how much mobility has done for me over the years. I truly enjoy the benefits. I feel much more free, supple, and open in my own physical frame. Okay, now from the squat, we're going to go to a bottom pistol position, where we fully extend the leg. You can pull the leg a little bit up if you want. You play with the foot, see what kind of stretch feels best to you. If this is too hard for you, you just keep your hands tied to the floor. It's not a workout, it's a mobility session. It can be a little challenging, but it doesn't have to be. Being a little bit distracted here by two Aussies. The guy is the owner of the complex where I'm living right now. And they just built this new gym, which is perfect for someone like me. Just some time for a little bit of training in between all the work. Again, just move in your own pace. You don't have to follow me. Just guide my voice whenever I change the movement pattern. Play with the feet a little bit. Try to fully lock out the knee. Okay, now we come to the knee, extend the leg, and then we're going to lift it off the floor as high as we can. So you feel a stretch in the outer side of the hip. And then place the feet back on the floor and then open it up again. So you hold it for a few seconds, maximally contract. So you almost want to feel that you're cramping in the muscles, and then put it back onto the floor. Open it as high as you can, so you want to push the feet off the floor as high as possible. Lift the feet off the floor, keep the knee extended, change to the other side. Okay, there we go. Try to find balance while we're at it. A few more reps. Okay, coming back into the squat. And from here, completely extend the legs. Try to move around a little bit in this position. Flex and extend the back and sit back in the squat. Move around in the squat a little bit. Try to feel your own tight points. And from there, going back up again. Trying to fully lock out the knees and sit back into the squat, or just move on your own pace. Right, almost there. Protract and retract the scapula. Okay, now come into a deep lunge position where we want to go all the way down as far in the hips as possible. Keep the knee above the ankle, and from there you're going to bend and extend the back leg while keeping the body weight off the floor. So you're allowed to touch the floor, but you stay with your body weight leaning into the hips. So extend the leg, bend the leg, extend the leg, bend the leg. Very good hip opener. A tight hip can cause for some lower back problems and vice versa. So a supple hip can provide you with a more supple lower back. Alright, bring back the feet. And same thing. Then around 10 reps. Okay, coming up, shake out the legs a little bit. Alright, from here we're going to do a little bit of locomotion. We're gonna keep the legs completely extended with the feet as flat as possible. And we're gonna take small steps, walking forward. Really try to be aware of the movement, of the sensations. It's not about speed. You can go even slower than I do over here. Just walk 2 or 3 meters to the front, and then after we're gonna go backwards. Try to keep the legs completely extended. Try to keep the legs locked out as much as you can. Stretching the posterior chain, especially the hamstrings. Okay, coming back down. Now we're gonna move from the squat position. We're gonna place our hand straight back. Gonna bring the knees forward and then open the hips up high and bring them back down. Go back into a squat and move to the other side. We're gonna do these reps for about 10 in total. As you can see, I'm moving the hips up. I'm not moving the knees up. I'm not moving my belly up. The movement should be initiated from the hips. Now, if this hurts in your knee, stop doing it, and then you might use both hands. See if that feels better. This costs quite some energy in the quads. Try to slightly squeeze the butt a little bit when you go up. become aware of these movements do to your body, how they feel. Are they annoying? Are they pleasant? Are they challenging? Are they feeling good? All of these sensations are okay, as long as it doesn't hurt in a bad way. Okay, now we move with the knees towards the floor and come back into a squat. Again, if this is not possible for you, use the hands. Gonna do this for a few reps, not too long. Putting a lot of stress on the knees here. Okay. Come sit down and we're gonna relax a little bit into the pike. So you wanna fold yourself completely forward. Just see how far you can go. It's okay if you don't come that far. Grab the feet or grab the shins. Pull yourself a little bit more tight. Okay. Coming back up. Place our hands further behind us. Now we open completely into the hips. And what we do is we turn in with the chest and completely turn open with the chest. Turn in with the chest, turn open with the chest. You want to feel a stretch in the pecs, in the chest region of the body. But even if we turn back, the hips stay open. The butt slightly contracted. Yeah, so turn to the side and then completely open the chest. Okay, switch sides. See how far you can open. It's different for everyone. Okay, great. Going back down. Now we're going to relax a little bit. Put the feet, left foot under the right knee. Grab the right hand. Pull the knee towards the floor and keep the opposite shoulder glued to the floor as well. And from here, again, try to find your presence and sink into the movement or into the stretch. Okay, turn to the other side. Trying to keep the shoulder on the floor and the opposite knee. might stand up. And from here we finish the session with a little shaking. Again, almost all the mammals in the animal world shake after they had a stressful event, after they've been chased by a lion, to get rid of all types of stress hormones, contractions, stiffness. It can feel really good to just shake out whole the body. Don't tense any muscles, just use the shaking movement of gravity to loosen up everything. Relax the face muscles. And when you're done shaking, we're done for today. See you next week for another session.